Yeah, you are tuned in to the Liberty Broadcast, broadcasting Liberty at thelibertybroadcast.com and also
rumble.com/broadcast
one.
And here is your host, Rachel Salazar.
Here I am. We're just going to vibe out for a minute. Enjoy these sweet beats. Pretty good. When are you going to make us another one, Drones?
Soon, when the time comes, another track will appear.
All right. Okay, here we are. Welcome to another episode of the Liberty Broadcast. I am Rachel, broadcasting live out of Austin, Texas. Thank you very much, Drones, producing the show tonight, as he always does every Tuesday.
Thank you.
We are here on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. You can follow us at all those places Drones said. Also on Twitter at the Liberty Bcast, if you want to join in on the fun there. Okay, so there's a lot of strange news to cover this week. A lot of ridiculous things happening that we'll talk about. One is the Obamas. One is the Bidens. One is I definitely watched the Hillary Clinton interview, but I don't think I have it in the outline today. But if you hadn't seen it, it's an interesting watch for sure. But anyway, we'll talk about the Obama Library, the Lincoln Memorial Pool, and crazy Knicks fans. Also, there's a little bit of everything for everyone here today. So we're just going to cover a bunch of news and look at a bunch of videos and tweets and talk about them. And then you can go and look at them some more on your own or not. Either way. I wanted to jump right in to this Joy Reid, who is just god awful. I don't think she can help it. But I saw this interview she did, and I just laughed so hard at it. And I in my head, I had made this whole video, a compilation of different things, and that didn't happen. I ended up getting a little sick early in the week. So early in the week yesterday, but I'm better now, sort of. Okay, so we will start here with this Joy Reid interview. And you guys tell me if she's being dramatic or if you also agree with Joy Reid.
I felt my heart having palpitations. I felt my chest tighten. I felt personally humiliated as a Black woman, as First Lady Michelle Obama is. And then it took me immediately, Joy, to the data that we have. We literally have data that systemic racism, chronic discrimination, and also public humiliation, we have data that these things increase cardiovascular negative outcomes. And as I sat there experiencing those emotions, I know I'm not alone. I realized this is what happens. This is why so many Black people, and Black women specifically, have poorer cardiovascular outcomes when compared to other ethnic groups. This is why so many of us have increased strokes. It actually is real. And I felt
what? All these years? This is why African Americans have heart attacks and strokes. It's because they're coming to grips with Michelle Obama being a man, or being talked about as being a man. What did I just hear? So definitely interesting to have her credit her heart palpitations because why? Because somebody said something somewhere. Let's see. I had this video clip here, and I think I know why she's having those. And Joy, if you're not watching this, like I know you're not, of the 7 people tuned in right now, just kidding. I mean 700. Is this why?
Obama is a man.
No, if I caused help, if anyone out there is having heart palpitations, please seek medical attention. It is probably because of some other reason and not because Manchelle Obama is a man or was said to be a man here in this clip. So, yes, beautiful. I love it. It's great. Of course, I was talking about the UFC last week quite a bit. And then Joe Rogan did a podcast with the winner of that final match, Justin Gaethje. And I thought this was very funny because they bring up a comment that Trump made. This was earlier in the week. I've seen it kind of circulating, but I definitely wanted to play it.
I was honestly really nervous, Joe. I was like, dude, there's like, just again, being around everybody and something could happen. The drones that they stopped, like, again, I wasn't knowing what to expect. And then until after the fight, because again, we couldn't take it in. It was a beautiful thing. And Justin,
I was like, fuck it. If I get taken out in the middle of the cage, how fucking legendary would that be?
I said to Trump, I go, I hope we don't die in a terrorist attack.
dude.
I said to Trump, I hope we don't die in a terrorist attack. He goes, we got to go somehow. I go,
what I mean.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
like everyone will remember it for the rest of eternity.
But no, I'll pass.
I mean,
Sign me up. Of course, he likes to make little comments like that to keep us liking him. But probably that is how he feels. I don't know. So Obamas have been very busy. If you guys didn't see, actually, I'm going to first go into Joe Biden. Sorry. I cannot forget that we did have Juneteenth recently. And so we're going to talk about kind of both of those things at the same time. But I'm going to first start off by showing you this Barack Obama, Joe Biden, George Bush, Bill Clinton on the float, because this is the most ridiculous video. Like, oh, sorry. I saw also a video where Biden and Michelle Obama were crying at the same time. It was I've seen a lot. We've all seen a lot of this. It's not like you really have to go looking for it because it's just all over. And I've been doing this now famous in my household, air guitar. As soon as I saw it. I mean, he's like, wrap it up. Let's get out of here. This takes you back to the good old days if you were wondering where's Joe? Where's Joe? He don't even know where the hell he is. His own wife left him in the dust. My granddaughter. My granddaughter. Oh, man. That's just, oh, yeah, let's look at this. I mean, I like it. It's funny. Yeah, so strange Joe Biden all over the place, as he always is. And then whenever he moved out of there, I don't know why there's only one person that recorded that view, which is really strange because that's the only video I've seen of it. And all the video is the exact same video, the exact same angle. This is a different angle where he's still kind of lost. Oh, yes. The library. The library. We can't forget about the library. We're going to talk about the library. The library, Obama's library. Okay. Obama's presidential, let me pull this tweet up here. Obama's presidential center is officially open. How does it look? The $850 million Obama Presidential Center in Chicago's Jackson Park is officially open to the public. Cost and funding. So it was $850 million total project cost. Privately funded by the Obama Foundation, separate public infrastructure costs were approximately $123 to $200 million. The building time, so it broke ground in 2021. It opened in 2026, so about 5 years. The site size is 19.3 acre campus, including a museum, new public library branch, and green spaces. Height signature museum tower is 225 feet tall. As for how it looks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It looks like a giant trash can. That is what I'm hearing. Giant trash can vibes. What is happening? I don't know. I hate when they build these crazy buildings. They can't just make a normal, good-looking building. Is that so hard to do? It's like the hardest thing in the world to do is to make a good-looking building. You have 5 years, I think, and bazillion dollars, and then you bring me this. Like, what did they make this out of? Just straight concrete? And of course, we can't do anything without a nice, small little protest. So we appreciate this protest. Here's this video.
Obama, we're calling on you and Michelle. You and Michelle, come and apologize to Chicago for doing this. You come and apologize to South Shore for moving all these people out, displacing all these people, having J.B. Brister steal our property. Obama, before you come and cut that ribbon on this ugly building, come and apologize to South Side of Chicago, to Chicago, period. Period. People stood behind you, thinking that you was going to be about something, and you wasn't about nothing. You owe us an apology. We want an apology from Barack Obama.
We not leaving. We here all summer until he come. We here all summer until he come.
All summer till he comes. Yeah, so the 12 and a half acres they were occupied? Is that what's happening? Did Barack Obama misplace people or displace people? Maybe he misplaced them. He definitely displaced them in order to get this giant library under control. This is a tweet of it, actually how it looks in person if you go visit it. This is actually how it looks. And I thought that was interesting. Maybe that was the other side I didn't get to see. So here someone put a picture of both the building that Trump built and the building that Obama built. But I mean, I don't know. That's not really fair because Trump kind of he's good at that kind of stuff. And then, of course, because now we have AI, there's a million different pictures and video footage of the building and people doing different things. I usually don't like them, but this one I thought was pretty funny. The voice is weird, so I'm not playing it with the voice, but anyway, we're having some fun here. We're having some fun. Something else someone did that I thought was funny was they put Quality Leering Center on it. Yes. Pretty good stuff. Sometimes. There was also a tweet that someone made that I agreed with here. The Obama Presidential Center is nothing more than a land-based carnival cruise. Damn it. Yes. So I saw a tweet as well that said something about, oh, Obama did this and he opened this and free that. But then I started looking and it's really not free at all. And then I looked at seeing how it was to get a ticket. So I go to the museum admission. So maybe the library's free because you kind of can't charge for a library, right? The Obama, where are the tickets? Where do you buy tickets at? Your card. How do you purchase tickets? I thought oh no, tickets are available. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's just too bad. That is just too bad. I could have swore I took a picture, a screenshot of it. Well, if I can remember correctly, the adult tickets were $30 and the kids tickets were $25. And I think like 5-year-olds are free or something, but it definitely was not free. That's funny. Now it's sold out completely. Interesting. Something else that I was talking about was that Juneteenth happened and then it went away. I found this article. There's several articles, right? So the interesting part about it is that Galveston was do they do this all the time? And I just didn't know that they go so hard to represent themselves in the Juneteenth, birthplace of Juneteenth. Okay, so on June 19th, the Juneteenth is the oldest known celebration of the end of slavery, right? So they're marking it as the end of slavery. We all know this. And it's kind of strange to me because so Texas was one of the last Confederate strongholds to have slaves. They did not want to give up their slaves. Even whenever they got word that the war was over, they decided not to tell their slaves and to keep them imprisoned under slavery and make them do all the duties. It wasn't until they were forced. Let's see. It was it was so insane. They actually had to people came there and forced them to release the slaves. And so that is why Galveston was so unwilling to free the slaves. And now all of a sudden, Galveston's proud to be that. And people go there to celebrate it. And there's a massive parade that happens and all kinds of things happen in Galveston to celebrate Juneteenth. And I get it that it marks the last day of slavery. Juneteenth marks the last day of slavery. I get that. But for Galveston to be in the mix, it is kind of strange. It's kind of strange to me. Like, I wouldn't be, so proud of that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why are you so proud to be the last place, the place that was hoping that their slaves would never hear that the war was over and that they had been set free? They were hoping that. And now, Galveston is the place to be. It's where you want to be if you want to celebrate Juneteenth. And that to me is pretty strange. What is even on par with all of that is the fact that Joe Biden, went there. Like the most racist president. No, maybe not. But definitely he was not down with the blacks, in my opinion. Even though he looks like he is. What am I? Oh, is that a real song that's playing? I don't know. I hope we don't get in trouble for that. Like, that obviously that can't be a real song. But I wasn't even listening to the lyrics. Sometimes they put songs and they're just doing them. I don't know. Maybe it's AI. Sorry if that was a real song. Sorry, I should have played with no music because I don't even know if that's something you would consider a song even. But yeah, so Biden was there. He was excited to celebrate Juneteenth. It was strange. Of course, he would go there because Biden loves it. Biden loves it, right? Biden. So Biden's pretty good. He's a pretty good guy, in case you're wondering. Pretty good guy, Biden.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. And the court cited evidence of discriminatory intent on the part of other legislators, including the representative who testified at the court hearing that there were legislators, quote, who don't feel they wanted to have a district that would be able to elect clearly.
Clearly. I mean, he's the one who made it a holiday, a federal holiday. So, I mean, thanks for that, I guess. I mean, I wasn't off from work. I don't work in a federal office or anything. I wonder if I should have asked about that. So yes, so that happened. And then we are going to just jump into what I call the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool Saga. So the pool, I started to read about the reflecting pool and the history of the pool. And I came to this article and I was like, I wonder what's going on here with this pool, right? So the Lincoln Memorial, in case people don't know the history of the pool, okay, it's one of the most recognizable landmarks. Of course, people probably do know that. It's 2,028 square feet long water basin on the National Mall, right? It's something that everybody wants to see. The pool was built in early 1920s between the Washington Monument and Lincoln Memorial. Approximate length is of 12 Olympic-sized swimming pools and the width of 2. The reflecting pool ranges from 18 to 30 inches deep and holds around a bazillion gallons of water, although it doesn't any longer because the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool started to sink, and so it had to go into construction, and it was shut down. Eventually, the pool was losing around 500,000 gallons of water per week due to cracks, leaks, and evaporation. So they had to redo the pool. So in 2010 and August 2012, crews drained the pool. They worked to restore it and decrease the depth about 6 inches and laid down some timber. And beyond fixing the major issue of sinking, the $34 million renovation provided the opportunity to enhance the pool in other ways. It originally lacked a circulation system, causing the pool to be drained and refilled twice a year in order to clean it. So a circulation and filtration system was added. Elsewhere, a new tinted bottom was meant to improve the reflectivity of the water, although no longer risk of sinking. The repairs weren't perfect, of course. And so 2026, $16 million renovation resurfaced and painted the pool's bottom American flag blue. So, of course, they're talking now about when Trump did it. So the $34 million renovation happened during Obama, which we've heard a lot of back and forth about that. And so it seems like no one can get this pool right. Okay, we can just all agree on that, I think, because it's happening over. It's history. It's repeating itself. It's what it's supposed to do. No one's going to be able to fix this problem. We're going to go around and around and around, except for just the temperatures of the water have changed quite a bit from then to now. Here is when shortly after Obama did it.
Being just cleaned and opened up a month ago. Looks like nothing was done. It's real nasty.
The pool was closed for almost 2 years and underwent a $34 million renovation project.
It'd be nice if it was clearer water so that one could reflect without seeing the algae.
And she's from Austin, Texas.
The first thought was, oh, that's kind of nasty.
Being just cleaned and...
Yeah, so no one's figuring it out. So just enough about the pool. Trump is trying to do what he can. They wanted a nice pool in 2012 when Obama was doing it. It was closed down for 2 years. and everyone still wants a clean pool. But I think we can stop with the insanity that is happening around this pool, because every day I think, this has to become irrelevant at some point, because we're hearing it over and over and over, and I'm seeing it online, and someone's getting arrested, and things are happening at the pool. People are sabotaging it and doing their own news reports about it. Here's the story with the paint.
I'm here at the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool, and some astounding developments regarding this project, which the president himself has taken such a great interest in. You remember $14 million was spent to drain this whole thing and to paint the bottom American flag blue, was the color he said, to make it reflect more magnificently. As you can see, it's all green now. They know that. They're trying to kill the algae. But as they're doing that, something else has happened. Check this out. That American flag blue paint, it's peeling away. The $14 million job to redo the bottom of this reflecting pool is falling apart before our eyes. The algae is still here, but the paint appears to be going away.
Okay. So they've since said that people were cutting the bottom of the pool. I mean, psychos. That is where we're at right now. We're talking about we're talking about a pool right now. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a pool.
$14 million, a far cry from the $1.8 million first expected, and included at least one no-bid contract. There were a series of functional fixes, including repairing leaks and installing a filtration system for the first time to help clean the water.
And we're going to scoop up a water sample to see if we can get this tested.
CNN independently took the sample of water.
Yeah, exactly. So I have the same sentiment. It's like, what are we doing? They care so much about this. I didn't hear anything about any real news that's actually been happening this week. And here I am like going on about this stupid pool. But you have no choice. We literally have no choice, because it's every day something is happening. Every day somebody is sabotaging the pool, getting by the pool, doing things like getting arrested. I saw, a masked woman that was getting that. I mean, it's so ridiculous.
Trump used $14 million no bid contract to do this.
Okay, so her, which everyone has seen her stupid video or her face around, with this pink bunny or whatever that I can't remember. Some of the funnier clips were whenever people were actually getting arrested for it, which I enjoyed to see. I can't understand why it took so long. Maybe they could have saved money if they would have been making sure people weren't dumping stuff into it.
It's funny.
Yeah, so they arrest this guy, right? They arrest this guy, and it's like, then I see also this story, 3-time U.S. Olympian arrested for allegedly vandalizing Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. 67-year-old former Olympic canoeist David Hearn says he was finishing up to 52-mile bike ride when he went by the reflecting pool. Hearn claims he was simply touching a detached piece of the pool's liner when he was arrested. I didn't destroy or break or peel anything. By the time I realized what was going on, I was being put in handcuffs. Like, okay, dude. Like, why are you even messing with that? If you know that this is these people are so lost, they have nothing to do. They're so bored. They're going to go down to this pool. They're probably buying plane tickets to fly over there just to fuck with this pool for no reason. For no reason. Everyone's tried to fix the pool. It's just not a thing that's happening. And it goes on and on and on. And here's another arrest. What? what is going on? Like, what a freak. What a freak. All these guys look the same. But breaking news today, as of today, ta-da, this is what we get now for the beautiful pool. Now no one can enjoy it. Now everyone's photo with the pool is going to have a giant fence on it. You have to be treated like children, like little bad kids. You know, like we can't have anything nice. We can't have anything nice, right? Everything has to be destroyed or burned down or sabotaged in some kind of way, because otherwise, what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my day, right? That's what these people get paid to do. We've already seen that. They get paid to protest. They get paid to be at these events. They get paid to sabotage things. And their lawyers' fees are paid. And they're, they get bailed out of jail. Like everything, it's so insane. I mean, it almost is, it's like these people, what do they call it? They're winning all the time. Is this what they want? I guess so. Because they like these fences. This is how it was at Chopped. This is how BLM was. The best times of their lives are whenever there was, fences up and, security guards watching and the National Guard and the police officers. And that feels good to them. That's the world that they want to live in. They want to live in the world where you can't just go to the grocery store without a homeless guy running after you in the parking lot, or a homeless girl running around with a knife, or a person with a gun, or a stupid girl cop. It's just total chaos. We are living. That's why they haven't brought out the Grand Theft Auto, right? We're living in it, guys. We're living in it. They can't top anything that's already happening in the real world. Like every time they go to release it, they have to add some new crazy element to it because of what's happening in the world. That's just what I think. That's just my thought about it. Moving on. Trump trying to win our love, as he always does, tries anyway, especially these days. He spoke today, and this is something that he said that might interest you.
The NRA, everybody, they really have been. They've been with me right from the beginning. And Bill asked me, would I support the national right to carry legislation? How do you feel about national right to carry? That's my free poll. You know what that is? That's a free poll. I don't have to pay $300,000 to somebody that doesn't even do polling, to give you phony numbers. See, those are real numbers. National right to carry. Yeah, we're working on it. The NRA.
Yeah. So just another wishful thinking, I would call it. The likelihood of that actually happening is not likely. Maybe like 30%. 29 states have permitless constitutional carry. The Senate would need 60 votes to beat the filibuster. Not likely. There are no Democrats that are going to back this at all. I mean, if anything, we've seen more laws going against rightful gun owners and gun companies. In New York, we were talking last week about how, you can sue the gun. We've heard also of people suing the gun company during the school shootings. It's possible. It has happened. It's insane. I don't understand how it's even allowed to happen. But yeah, I mean, I doubt that this is something that will go on. I think this is just another, little salt on the tomahawk. Like, here's the steak, and I'm going to put a little salt on it, and my name is Trump, and I'm going to get this done for you. This is like a speaking point for his rallies, and I don't see this actually being a thing. Yes, I did see also, as a lot of you may have seen as well, that we did get a little bit of good news here. In a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court ruled that the INA does not require a border officer to have clear and convincing evidence that a lawful permanent resident has committed a crime involving moral turpitude before deeming the resident an applicant for admission. So now you can be deported if you commit a crime. You don't get to. So green card holders are accused of crimes lose some protections when traveling outside the U.S. No mini trial needed at the airport. Suspicion charges are enough to parole them in and pursue removal afterwards. So it strengthens the border enforcement. Will we start to see this happening? I don't know. I think I know someone, or someone that I know knows someone, or something like that. Some ICE agent information. Maybe we should have Anthony back on the show. I think Adon was mentioning that. Anthony Aguero, have him back on the show. He is with Border News. So definitely should check in with him about that and see if that's something that he thinks they would actually push. I say push it. It's a law now, so it's a thing. It can happen. It should be happening as of yesterday, but we'll see, because we have enough illegal immigrants here committing crimes. I mean, we should start to see this happening in great numbers. With the amount of illegals that are getting pulled over and doing these things, I don't see why. Because that's what it means, right? Pretty sure. Okay. We're going to keep moving. Here is new video. So we did see some video coming out recently. The Carmelo Anthony admitting to killing. It's just totally fine with it.
Okay. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
And this photo of the Ozark Trail multi-tool knife that prosecutors say Anthony used to fatally stab Metcalf is part of the trial exhibits that jurors saw during the murder trial. And audio from the 911 calls to police following the deadly stabbing were also made public. Listen.
Frisco 911, what is the location of the emergency?
Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay, do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting in our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
He was wearing a gray Essentials hoodie.
And this surveillance video shows Anthony fleeing the tent where he
totally
stabbed
innocent,
Metcalf.
right?
A jury found the now 19-year-old guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced him to 35 years in prison earlier this month. The judge, reflecting on his decision to release this evidence now, saying this, quote, "I understand the public's desire to know what happened in the courtroom. The overwhelming focus on my ruling regarding the media in the courtroom was to protect the process, witnesses, and jury. Now that the trial is over, it is important to me to provide transparency."
Yeah. Okay. Transparency. I guess so. Right. I don't know. I mean, this makes me think about, obviously think about Jamie, who is gone now, thanks to Rodney Hill. Jamie, and I'm bringing this up because there was a recent development with his case that I forgot to go over on the last show. So I do want to bring it up. So Rodney Hill, who murdered our best friend and InfoWars writer, Jamie White, pled guilty this morning. And this tweet was on June 15th. Pled guilty. And he took the plea deal for 25 years, which, if you have been keeping track, it basically went like this. He killed Jamie with, 3 other teen boys during carjacking off Old Torf here in Austin, Old Torf and Douglas at Jamie's apartments. This happened around midnight, and my guess is that he heard them breaking into his car. His car had already was broken into in December, and this happened in March. So he was aware that somebody tried to break into it once. It was a big headache when it happened. And so we've been waiting. They have all these kids. And as I mentioned previously, they were able to find the kids that killed Jamie White by using the Flock data system, surveillance system, as well as cell phone pings. So using those together, they were able to find these kids, but not before Rodney Hill was able to write a rap song about how happy and how funny and how great it was for him to kill Jamie and laugh at him as he was taking his last breath, laugh at in his rap, he brought up the reward money that APD was offering for any answers leading to an arrest, which was at the start. They usually do $5,000 just of their own before they want anyone else to add to that. So $5,000 was what it was set out at first. So he put that in his rap. He killed that white boy in his rap, and all the fun details for him before they were able to find and arrest him. So that was looked at as an admittance to guilt. And I was told that the other kids, the juveniles, the 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds, would even testify against him, I think I heard. And so Jamie's family asked for 30 years. And Jose Garza, and this is a fact, this is not made up. I've talked to the prosecution. Jose Garza said no to 30 years and instead countered with 20 years. So that's why Jamie's plea was 20 years. And then we went to the hearing, and the judge read his sister's impact statement, which is that statement that the judge reads before he decides the sentencing. And he read her statement and added 5 additional years to the plea that we were there for him to plead guilty to that day. So Rodney denied that. He didn't want it and wanted time. They met 2 other times, and he decided that he wanted to go to trial. And then the Carmelo Anthony case happened, and the judgment came out that he was going to get 35 years. And I think that scared Rodney, and it scared his family or whoever cares about him, because nobody was there at the plea hearing when I went. No one was there. No one in support of Carmelo Anthony and no one in support of Jamie were there. Just, that were able to be there, I would say. And so that was a little disappointing in my own opinion. But it's fine. I was there, but nobody was there. And Adon obviously was there with me. And anyway, so he denied it. And then we were supposed to get ready to go to trial. And then he accepted it. And so July 7th is the final day where the judge will sign off on the 25 years, and Rodney will start his 25-year sentencing. And they are probably going to include the whole year that he's been in jail because time served, I guess. Although 25 years seems like a pretty light sentence for killing someone. It just drives me so crazy. Trump, you want to talk about making things mandatory across the states? Like, how about murder? How about let's have an automatic sentencing time for murder and rape and these, you know what I mean? These things. I'd love to see that actually happen. Will it ever happen? No. Of course not. A lot of other silly things will happen before that even is a thing. So, and then Metcalf's father, so going back to Austin Metcalf's father, did call Carmelo Anthony a watermelon head. And then, everybody, including Joy Reid and The View and everyone, had something to say about that. It was really ridiculous. And it goes on and on and on. So that's just the world we live in, guys. That is the world. the same world that we live in produces things like, I'm going to get out of the so serious. I wanted to play this mostly for drones, actually, because I was like, holy crap, what is this that sometimes whenever I'm looking on my social media feed, I see someone get decapitated, or I see a cop shooting an innocent civilian running away from someone shooting, and now he's dead, and I see all kinds of things. And the one thing that I came across today was the most ridiculous thing. And these movies are everywhere, but if you have not seen this is Indonesia. There's a local version of Twilight and Teen Wolf, and this is a series called Tiger Man. Tiger Man. Can I have this up? Should I do it like this? Is that better? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble because this is some pretty serious stuff. Yeah, I have on the pinstripes today. What's up with this story? Yeah. What do you think about that, Drones?
Well, yeah, I think that guy needs to go to a doctor or something.
What is going on with I was not expecting that tiger face to happen. I was not expecting that to happen. I was expecting for this to be a story, however. Woman who was caught on video dumping out Knicks-themed trash can and stealing it during the parade revealed to be a J.P. Morgan Chase DEI executive who has since been fired. That is hilarious. She has no shame. These people have no shame. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're going to put fences up. You know who that affects? The people that actually are going there to visit the monument, to visit and see this beautiful, this body of water, this beautiful scene. And now there's going to be fence up. They could give a shit. They do not care about that. It's pretty obvious. They should have fenced further out, they have to do it right around the pool, or I guess they can't fence. I don't know, but I just hate that. That's the answer. That's the answer, guys, is put a fence around it, put security on it, because these people are like demon monsters, and that's how they live. That's how they live. Here is a New York Post article. 2 men charged with flooding New York City with 1 million doses of liquid poison, date rape drug. Wow. A pair of Manhattan men were arrested this week after they allegedly imported 1 million individual doses of lethal date rape drug, GBL, into New York City. Like, if you're wondering what they were doing in those sewers, here it is. They allegedly conspired to flood the 5 boroughs with 7 tons of gamma butrolactone. Am I saying that right? Probably not. Which goes by street names like Blue Nitro or a variant, and leaves users with euphoric and sedative effects. So these guys are accused of bringing the drug in between August 2023 and June, and were charged July 17th. So they were brought this in the same year, or what? I don't like that. But here they are. They could face 20 years in prison if convicted. So I guess that would have been this year. 1 dose of GBL could be deadly. That's why it's called liquid poison. Yes. Very good. Got it. Very good. So yeah. Insanity. But we've been telling you the tap water is no good, so I don't know why you'd be drinking it anyway. So here is the Elf actor. I saw the story, thought it was crazy. I read a little more into it. It was nuts. The Elf actor Faison Love makes his first court appearance in Florida. Love is reportedly facing 2 contempt of court charges relating to child support case with his ex. He said he's broke. He's only making $10,000 a year off of Elf. He drives a 1999 car, and sometimes he has to live in it.
To make child support payments. Love's attorneys argued he is struggling financially, saying he has no home, drives a 1999 vehicle, and has no savings. Even relies on friends to help pay many of his expenses. But the attorney
basically is An American.
For the mother of his child argued Love has repeatedly ignored court orders, hasn't paid child support in years. Love himself testifying that he recently saw his daughter and does what he can.
You see your daughter too, right?
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have no...
Let's not just keep to this. I don't want you to get upset because you are excitable gentleman, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Love.
Dude is nuts. All right, let me just say that because I was reading into this guy, right? Because who knows anything about, what the hell? And I should have kept this story because how do I even paste on this? There it is. Assaulted woman. So I read this story where some woman, so he's facing felony assault with deadly weapon. So this is just the regular search. It's charges for allegedly throwing a credit card reader at a San Diego hotel clerk in August 2024, an incident that resulted in the woman suffering a concussion and broken glasses. So she told him that the room wasn't available anymore, that he reserved, and he broke that credit card machine thing off of the counter and then hit her on the side of the head with it. That's freaking nuts. What the hell? It's so crazy. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. So he's talking about this childhood or child support story. It's like, is that why you're here? I don't know. Something else I saw.
Real Doritos.
Sorry. This is another story I saw I wanted to show you guys.
These are salty and these are crispy. But Homestead police say they encountered a whole bunch of fakes that could make a lot of people very sick.
There's 70 pounds of it altogether.
70 pounds of weed, nearly 1,000 vape pens, and fake brand name snacks laced with high doses of THC.
It's the same logo, the same font, the same colors.
Confiscated after a major undercover bust in Homestead, this video taken by police. We're getting an inside look. So looks are deceiving. This looks like just a regular bag of flaming hot Cheetos. I mean, check that out inside. But detectives say these are really laced with a concentrated form of THC. Same with these counterfeit Doritos. You really have to look to see that THC label at the bottom.
You tell me if this looks like any different Dorito chip that you have ever seen.
It was.
They had to blurt out the name Dorito. Here's my question. Why hasn't this been, you always hear about weed gummies or whatever, but you never hear about weed chips, right? You would think that would have been the first stoner snack that they put weed into, right? Weed chips, we're talking half-baked Funyuns, man, that whole skit. And now we finally, 2026, and now we get the weed chips. That's because I never heard anyone getting stoned and they're like, man, I want to get some gummy worms or some gummy rings or whatever. It's like no one is asking for gummy bears. They're asking for chips, man. They're asking for chips. Yeah. So I know that was a very important news story. That was so important. I had to cover it. I had to add it on the outline. Of course, there are other stories that I could have talked about, but those are the ones that I picked for tonight. Bear with me. Like I said, I was feeling pretty ill yesterday, but here I am, and I'm awake and I'm alive. And anyway, there's one more story that I kind of completely skipped over. And that story I saw, that I didn't really get to, check it out too much here. And I can't get rid of this, but I saw this story about this woman who was in the Epstein files that was released recently. And she was someone that had gone missing. And I want to show this to you without this block, but I'll just pull it up. Okay, so this is a German model missing for nearly 11 years, named in Epstein files. So a German model missing for almost 11 years, named in Epstein files, heightening her family's fears about her fate. So this is a German News Weekly report. The woman, only identified as Michelle, left her family home in September 2015 when she was 22 and had not been heard of since, the report said. She had long been in contact with a model recruiter named Daniel Said, who had links to the late convicted sex offender. She had spent time in Dubai and other international locations, and said Spiegel and public broadcaster Said is under investigation in France, accused of aiding Epstein to traffic and abuse women. He denies the accusations. Epstein died in custody. Did he? I mean, I don't know. So the model's mother is quoted as saying in the article that she fears the worst. I think she's no longer alive. That something was done to her. So something was probably done to her. And, you know, that's just the fact of the matter. Anywho, so I am going to give you guys, if you stuck around this long, every show, at the end of our show, we do a quick, fun, fully real broadcast with a very sophisticated weather mapping website. And that segment is called the Illuminati Weather Forecast.
Oh, yes. It's time for another Illuminati Weather Report brought to you by thelibertybroadcast.com. And actually, hold on just a minute. I'm going to eat this chip.
You're going to eat the chip?
Yeah, that story about the chips made me hungry for a chip.
No, don't eat the weed chips. Are you eating weed chips?
No, I was just going to. Oh, no, they're not weed chips. Regular chips.
What the hell?
Yep. But anyways, if we go to our radar here, you see we got some storms popping up over here down near Arkansas, and it looks like it's got this orange stuff right here. Is highly concentrated chemicals which fall down. If you live in Springfield, you're probably gonna get doused with these chemicals, and possibly fish and frogs and possibly humans might turn gay. Back to you, Rachel.
Wow. Look, I'm going to have to just give you a warning. You can't be eating weed chips, okay, on air like that.
It's just chips.
All right, fine. I believe you, but they better be. This is some wacky shit. Yeah. Welcome to the wacky shit part of the show. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Okay, if you enjoyed the wacky shit for tonight, tune in for more wacky shit next week. I am almost confirmed that we will be having Owen Schroyer from InfoWars and now from the Owen Schroyer Report on with us next Tuesday, so we can have some wacky shit then next Tuesday. And that's pretty much it. We are here every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Tune in, check us out, or don't, or mostly do. We go over all kinds of random wacky shit that you can look up later if you choose to or not. You can find us at thelibertybroadcast.com. We have several podcasts uploaded on there, as well as our Rumble channel. And be sure to follow us at the Liberty Bcast on Twitter. Thank you, guys. Good night. We'll see you next week.